Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and today we're going to be talking to you about something a little bit different. So now, the most common question we get asked is, what are some good tires that I can put on my wheels without breaking the bank? And usually, a lot of people get in all sorts of fights and arguments in the comments, so we tried to make a video to help you with this. So this is our top 5 budget tires for under $1,000. Now, of course, it's very difficult to get a price range when there are so many different sizes of tires, and there's a bunch of different options out there. There's wheels that you can get, or tires you can get at $80 a tire, and there's tires you can get at almost $500 a tire. So we, of course, tried to keep it relatively in the same range, between a 245 to a 265, anywhere from a 30 to 40 sidewall, and we tried to keep it to an 18-inch diameter because that is just the most common of what we see you guys run. And on top of that, we're gonna try and keep it to tires that do have a little bit of structural integrity and some reliability and some good reviews. We're not just gonna pick up those FP8000s that are $80 a tire. Unfortunately, I can't do it, and instead we're gonna talk to you about some good tires that won't actually break the bank. So we're gonna start off with number 5. So number 5 is the Nokey On Z-Line all-season tire, and with a tread wear of around 500, a double A for traction, and a pretty good life expectancy in warm weather, the Nokey On is a good, decent tire. On top of that, it's something that's gonna last a long time. So Nokey On is an all-season tire. It just means that it's gonna do well in pretty much every single season, as long as you're not going to the extremes of anything. Nokey On is right around that $480 to $500 range, depending on the amount of tire that you're looking to get. But on top of that, Nokey On does have some relatively good reviews, especially considering the price point that you're at. So if you're looking to pick something up that's going to do well in the overall all season, and something that's actually going to last quite a while in terms of overall tread wear, especially in the winter and summer months, the Z-Line is definitely something that you should pick up. Number 4 is the Cooper Zeon RS3, and the Cooper Zeon is a pretty interesting tire. You can pick one up for more around like the $670 range for a set of 4 shipped to your door, and they just have a lot of technical stuff that makes this tire just a little bit more interesting. So the Cooper has a 3D micro gauge siping to maintain its shape during acceleration, braking, and cornering. It has silica compound, which is built around handling inclement weather, including mud and snow. And if that's not enough, it also has a 50,000 mile wear protection on top of it, and a 25,000 mile staggered wear protection on it, just because they know that the tires are gonna last a long time. So the Cooper RS is definitely something that's gonna be a good tire if you're looking for something that's a little bit more sporty, a little bit more towards the summer style sort of tread and pattern, and for overall purpose instead of the all season. It definitely still is gonna be able to handle more inclement weather, but definitely something that you're gonna have maybe in the summertime on your summer set of wheels. But for around $670, the Coopers are definitely a solid choice if you're looking to pick something up that's gonna have decent traction all year round. Number 3 is the Nanking AS1. Now, I know you're probably thinking originally what is Nanking doing on this video? Well, Nanking actually is a pretty prominent brand, especially in current market, for a competitive, affordable tire. The Nanking AS1 is also an extremely popular tire that we've seen in our gallery and people have picked up, especially in the past 9 to 12 months. The AS1 is an all-season tire, and on top of that, they specialize in just maintaining the integrity of the tire as long as possible. The AS1 features a really outer rib edge strength that a lot of other tires don't have for the price, which actually makes them pretty phenomenal for stretching and just making sure that your sidewall isn't going to actually bend or debead. It's a very popular wheel, especially with stanced cars and other sort of vehicles that put a little bit more pressure on the outer edge of the tire rather than the inside, and it ultimately is a pretty decent tire. It's very capable of handling wet weather and inclement weather for those inevitable days where you're going to a car show where it's probably going to rain right after. But the Nanking AS1 is something that's going to float right around $600 to $500 depending on the overall size. So number 2 is the Nexen Fara SU1. We looked at a 245/35/18, which had a rough price point of around $580. Now the Nexen Fara is one that's specifically known for those vehicles that want to stretch out the sidewall of the tire. We know a couple people here in the shop actually run Faras, and we know a bunch of people on our gallery run them as well, especially when it comes to the wider setups. And in this list of 5, this is actually the first one that's listed as an ultra high performance summer tire. So this isn't something that's meant for an all-season tire or anything like that. This is a summer tire. Now, the Nexen Fara, it comes in a lot of different ranges and sizes, but the most importantly is that the SU1 does come in very little for a sidewall ratio if you're looking for something that's not going to have that beefy or meaty look, especially if you're looking for something where you're going a size down or 2 sizes down in terms of getting a stretch look, or maybe you're trying to do tuck or fender to lip or something like that, or maybe you're just looking for something that's gonna have more of a performance aspect, look to it, or you're actually looking to get a little bit more traction, the Fara does that without necessarily breaking the bank. And on top of that, even though they don't last too long in the grand scheme of things, because it is a summer tire, it's definitely one that has a good bang for your buck if you're looking to only use it in the summertime. So last but not least, we're on to number one, and number one is the Nitto Neo Gen. We looked at a 245/40, which ran just a little bit under $700. And the reason that the Nitto takes number one spot on our list is just because of the brand reliability that it has over other competitive tire brands. The Nitto Neo Gen is an asymmetrical tread design. On top of that, it also features a bunch of different tech to help keep it on the road in terms of an all-season, high-performance tire. So you're gonna see that the Nitto Neo Gen actually has a softer compound in the middle in terms of high speed control, traction, and when the tire actually gets warmed up to just keep you on the ground. On top of that, the corner in terms of the tread blocks actually are a little bit more rigid that help maintain the overall integrity and lifeline of the Neo Gen. And although it is a little bit more expensive at around $700 for just the tires, the Nitto Neo Gens do last quite a long time. They're very good in terms of overall all-season capabilities. They do well in terms of minimizing road noise, and on top of that, Nitto tires do a generally very good job at doing what they say they're gonna do. And that's why Nitto Neo Gen took our number one spot. So those are our top 5 budget tires. If you guys are interested in taking a look at any of them, you can actually just look below. We've got a link to all of them below. On top of that, if you guys are on the fence about buying wheels and you're watching this video to look for tires that you're gonna pair with it, we definitely recommend checking out fitmentindustries.com, because what we do is we take wheels and then we take tires, and because we put them together and we price match them, you actually get a pretty good deal. So not trying to sales pitch you at all, but it's definitely something worth looking into if you're on the fence of buying wheels and tires. And on top of that, we have over 30,000 wheels, tires, suspension, and airlift. So that is our top 5 budget tires. If you guys are interested in picking anything up, or you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know below. Of course, we're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. But I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. We'll see you later. Peace.